Hello. How are you? I'm doing pretty good. I had a pretty good night tonight. I went to work today and work was very tiring, very, very busy today. But we had a fun thing tonight. And it wasn't kind of work related. There's this place in the mall. I work at a mall. And there's a place that opened last year that we've all been kind of been curious about because we don't really understand what it is. It's called Versus Park. And there's windows. You can look inside. I see people running around playing games, but it's like, what's in there? What's in there? Well, tonight they had a special event for all mall employees. They're like, come on down and hang out with us for a couple hours for free. And I said, well, I'm doing that. I'm definitely going in there. And I kind of thought it would just be this free for all, like just hang out kind of thing. But no, it was actually this really well organized, like get together mingling kind of thing because they made a list of everyone who was coming and they gave us little name tags and they split us all up into teams. I didn't realize this was going to happen. We were all split up into little teams. And the idea was, here's your team, hang out with these people and then go around this place tonight and spend time with your teammates. Because most of the stuff inside there was on some level competitive. When I first showed up there before the team thing actually happened, I was just kind of walking around by myself, looking at this, looking at that. And I got to ride a Segway. I love Segways. And I can't possibly afford one, nor could I justify buying one. But they have a Segway, like a little tiny Segway course. So I got to ride a Segway for like 2 minutes. And I love Segways. They're so much fun. I just, backing up, they hold on to it for you. First of all, they gave me elbow pads and knee pads and a helmet. So like they're really worried about people falling down. But, I got it. It's a Segway. It doesn't go that fast. So they let me hold on to it a little bit and then they let me just go around by myself and I did a couple loops. I also played this one game, really weird. It was like we were inside an inflated like path. Like this straight path. And we wore these big belts, like Velcro belts, and like a bungee cord was behind us. And each person's in their own lane. They can't cross over on the lane. And the idea is the bungee cord is super, super tight. So you are fighting to walk forward or try to run forward in your lane. And they give you these little Velcro balls. And it's like you put the Velcro ball on your lane to show how far you could go. And the idea was the two of you have a minute, like see who can get the furthest in 1 minute. And I think in that case, my size gave me an advantage because of me and just a random Japanese guy. And I think the fact that I had just bulk, I was able to pull further, and I kicked this guy's ass. But it was fun because after every attempt, I would just like flop back, and the cable would pull me back, and it was super fun because it was all inflated, so you could fall down, didn't matter. But once we got the team things going, we were just going around and just doing like some really basic, slightly competitive things. Like we did some virtual archery. Like you had a real bow, but you were shooting like a target. Or a soccer thing where you had to take turns kicking a soccer ball and it measured how hard you kicked the ball. There's a batting cage thing. There was a pitching thing. I didn't expect that. Where it's just like, here's a virtual batter. Throw the baseball and try to hit the strike zone. And at one point, I hit the virtual baseball player and he fell to the ground. I didn't even know that would happen, but yeah, I missed the strike zone and I totally hit the baseball player and just like, oh, you hit it. It's like, there's no penalty, but it's like, you hit the baseball player. So most of the stuff, like I didn't do too well against like any competitive stuff because like the Japanese guys we were with, like they clearly like, they were pretty fit. Like they didn't look very young, but they clearly like played some sports in their time. So like, they did some running. Like they were pretty good in the batting cage. Some of it was just weird stuff. Like we did like a virtual kind of curling exercise. And at one point we got in this small room and we're trying to solve a puzzle. And the whole time there's a balloon inflating inside the puzzle room. And which like, if you don't finish in time, it just fucking bursts. So we're just like, we're holding our ears and trying to solve a puzzle. And yeah, it didn't work. But the last thing we did, where we all kind of took turns, like as groups, not individually, because there were a couple hundred people there, was this race thing. And it's like, you have to run and you're racing against an animal. And they give you a head start, but the idea is like, can you run faster than an animal over this very, very short stretch of time? And it's incredibly hard, and most people failed because animals are fast. But one person who made it tonight was one of my coworkers. He got up there, and he was able to outrun a bison, which was really funny. And I got good video of it, and I put it on my Instagram. So good job, Mark. You outran a bison. But yeah, I had a really good night. It was really fun. I could see going back there with my son, and he would love all the little games. I don't know if Shanoa would like it. It's maybe a little too hard for her because a lot of these games are like complicated. Like she can't hold a bow, but Go could definitely run around and jump on things and play some of the soccer games. He would do that. Anyway, that was a good night for me, and I'm gonna be up early tomorrow because I gotta go back to work. They need more people. They need help tomorrow, so I'm going back to work. Anyway, good night, everybody. Love you.